What's going on, guys? It is your boy Ernest back again with another Miami Heat video. Before I move forward, guys, why don't you go ahead and show some support. Hit that like button, comment, share this video, hit that notification bell so you can be updated every time I post a video. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done it, do it right now. So let's move forward with some Miami Heat content. Unfortunately, guys, the Miami Heat have not done so hot lately. Since I last posted the video, we have lost 3 straight games. We had that heartbreaking loss against Memphis. We got blown out by Indiana the game after. And then just a couple nights ago, we lost again to Indiana in an overtime loss. 3 very heartbreaking losses. But at the end of the day, we're still the 4th seed. Eastern Conference hasn't really done so hot either. So we're still there in the 4th seed. We're tied with the Atlanta Hawks. But what that means is that we've fallen short from hitting the top 3 seeds. You know, they're being controlled by Philadelphia, Brooklyn, and Milwaukee. We're actually 8 games down from the 3rd seed. So it looks like pretty much for the rest of the season, Miami Heat is going to be competing for that 4th spot. So that's kind of what we're going after. Now, I'm not going to say it's time to panic. You know, we weren't doing so hot earlier in the season. Jimmy came back. We had that thunderous run. But what that shows me is that this team needs change. We do need a trade. This Thursday is the trade deadline. So the Miami Heat needs to make a deal because you're seeing a lot of inconsistencies with a lot of these role players that we have. Now, we have some great players, but it looks like we need to make some changes to further push along in the Eastern Conference because as I keep on saying, you got to compete with Brooklyn. Brooklyn is going to be the highest offensive scoring team in the Eastern Conference come the playoffs, and you got to compete with that team. So how do we do that? We got to make some trades. All right? So let's get to the rumors right now. The biggest Miami Heat rumor going on with the trades is Kyle Lowry. It looks like Miami and New York and Philadelphia are kind of the front runners to try to make a deal for Kyle Lowry. But it does look like Miami Heat has more to offer. So it's just about Miami Heat and Toronto coming to an agreement. Now, Toronto, they're looking to send Lowry off. You know, he's in the final year of his contract, making $33 million. So they're looking to help Lowry out, who helped them win the 2019 championship by sending him to a contender. We know that Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler have a great relationship. The Miami Heat have gotten the okay from Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo to make this deal happen. So what do you give up for a Kyle Lowry? There were some rumblings about Tyler Hero's name being thrown up, but I heard the Heat squashed that. What they're looking to package in an offer, it's going to be Duncan Robinson, Precious Achiuwa, and some fillers. So we're talking about maybe guys like Andre Iguodala, Kelly Olynyk. It's sad to say, but possibly even Goran Dragic. I wouldn't like to see Dragic go. We know what Dragic could do. We know what Dragic is capable of come playoff time, and we're definitely going to need that. We know what Iguodala can do. We know what Kelly can do. But a player like Kyle Lowry, who can create his own shot, hit the 3, play great defense, and just be that on-ball, annoying presence. You know, that's something that this team really needs, especially with players like Bam and Jimmy. So I think it's a really good idea for the Heat to make this trade, as long as we do not have to give up Tyler Hero. Now, it's heartbreaking to lose Duncan Robinson. I'm going to tell you guys right now, and I'm sure a lot of Heat fans are going to be like, no, keep Duncan Robinson. But guys, there's something I've been noticing this season with Duncan Robinson. First and foremost, he averaged 45% from 3 last year, which is outstanding. This year, he's averaging 38%, which is still above average. You know, he's still showing that he's that great shooter. But what it looks like to me is that teams are figuring this out. They're figuring out the whole handoff and shooting. You know, he's not hitting them like he hit him last year. He's still efficient, definitely. But it looks like that he's not able to close out games. Kyle Lowry can. So these are the moves that you need to make to get to that next level. I think it'll be a good idea for the Miami Heat to make that trade. Now, it's true you are giving up a lot. You're giving up some future presence with like Duncan and Precious Achiuwa. You know, but when Pat Riley drafted Precious Achiuwa, the one thing that he mentioned is that it's going to be great seeing Precious alongside with Bam. It's going to be great seeing Precious come off the bench for Bam, but we haven't really seen a whole lot of that. Jimmy Butler's 31 years old. He's in the twilight of his prime. So right now, we need to win now. And in order to win now, you got to put players around Jimmy that are going to help him win. I like Achua. I think he's got a great future in this in the NBA. But you're trying to win now. And a guy like Kyle Lowry is going to be great. Players like Precious Achua and Duncan Robinson are going to be good for Toronto. Now, as much as I like Duncan Robinson, he is going to be a restricted free agent. So he is going to command a lot of money out there. He's going to probably get what Dietrich Bertans got from Washington, an average of between 18, 17, even upwards to $20 million. I don't think Duncan not necessarily is worth $20 million, but I think we can do better than that. As much as I love the guy, as much as I feel he's an incredible asset to this team, you got to make moves that are going to help you win now. And to give Duncan over $20 million this upcoming offseason is going to bury us in the cap. So we need to help ourselves now and for the future. So I think that trade would be a smart one. So all for it. Let me know what you guys think. Now, there's another rumor, as I've mentioned earlier, Victor Oladipo. His name is being thrown out there a lot. Guys, you know how I feel about Oladipo. I don't think it's the right time to make a trade for him unless you're doing something like, you know, maybe a Kendrick Nunn, Precious Achua with some fillers. I get that you're trying to win now, but Victor Oladipo is going to be a free agent in the offseason, and he's going to want to come here. One thing I didn't mention about Kyle Lowry is that if you're trading for Kyle Lowry, you're also trading for the fact that you're going to give him an extension. He's looking to do a 2-year extension, and it's not going to be cheap. It's going to be upwards of about $20-25 million. He's in his mid-30s, so do you want to make that choice? That's going to be a tough decision for Miami. Now, there's another candidate out there. I've been hearing rumors of Spencer Dinwiddie from Brooklyn. I know he's currently injured, but the Heat are looking to make some offers for him, and he's got a player option coming up next season, so I'm sure he's going to cash out on that, and he's going to open up some cap space. I heard a rumored offer that Miami gave to Brooklyn was Mo Harkless, Kendrick Nunn, and Avery Bradley for Spencer Dinwiddie. So that's a little rumor out there. I mean, I think that's a nice offer. If the guy can play, great. We know what he can do. We know what he brings to the table. I just think that Miami is going to need to have players that are ready to play now, players that have played during the season, that know this system. It's going to be hard putting Dinwiddie in. He's an incredible, talented player. I just don't know how beneficial that's going to be for us. Now, another rumor, as I've mentioned before, you have LaMarcus Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge looks like he might get bought out from San Antonio. Miami's not looking to do a trade. The San Antonio Spurs haven't really found much offers for LaMarcus Aldridge, so they're looking to just buy him out. And if he's bought out and the Miami Heat are looking like in a contending run, which they are, looks like he will go to Miami. It looks like the Miami Heat are favorites to land LaMarcus Aldridge. So, in recap, coming up with the trade deadline, we need to make a deal. It's clear. I've said earlier, keep this team together. But with these losses that we have, the fact that we'll, win 5 straight, we'll lose 3, then we'll win another 4, it looks to me that we need to change things around. We need to get guys that can close out in the fourth quarter, because that's a lot of the times that I'm seeing in these games. We keep it really close, and in the fourth quarter we have these blistering mistakes that bite us in the butt. The game against Memphis, it was a tied game, and we made these mistakes in the last second that cost us. We take it to Indiana. We were down by 9 points with about 3 minutes left, and we came back and we tied the game, took it to overtime, and we just couldn't close it out. You need a guy like Kyle Lowry, a guy that can hit that big shot alongside Jimmy Butler. You need a guy like LaMarcus Aldridge, who's trained, who's poised, who knows what to do, who's a perfect candidate to play that 4 spot next to Bam Adebayo. These are guys that are going to help us get to the next level. What's the goal for Miami Heat every single year? Championship. It never changes in this culture. It is the same thing every single time. And that's what I feel, and that's what we're trying to do this year. We are the 2020 Eastern Conference champions, and we are trying to prove that that was not a fluke. And in my mind and in my heart, I know it wasn't a fluke. This team can do it, but you need to make some changes. Sometimes you don't need to blow it up. You just got to tweak it a little bit. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? What's your opinions? What do you think about these rumors with Kyle Lowry, Victor Oladipo. Do you think we should pull the trigger or just keep it as it is? I don't think we're going to trade Tyler Hero. I'm hearing little rumblings that there's certain people in the team that are willing to trade him. Certain people are not. Pat Riley loves Tyler Hero. I don't see a deal for Tyler Hero happening. You know, he's going to be an asset in the future, and you keep a guy like that. So tell me what you guys think. What do you think of the LaMarcus Aldridge pickup? Do you think we should make these changes or keep things how it is? You know, we have a game tonight at 8 p.m. against Phoenix Suns. I'm excited. You know, we're seeing Jay Crowder again. We coming at you, Jay. We're going to give you the L tonight. I know the Miami Heat can do it. We got to pick things back up. The rest of the games we have for March, after this game against Phoenix, we got the Blazers, then we got the Hornets, we got the Knicks, and then closing out March, we got Indiana again. So we got to take these games. In the next 5 games, I'm predicting a 4-1 for the next 5 games. I could see it happen. 4-1, 3-2. I'd like to go 5-0. Let's hope so. But the Miami Heat need to win these games. These are very important games. The brackets are really close for the playoff standings. So every game is pretty much a playoff game because one day you're 4th seed and then the next day you're 8th. So you definitely don't want to fall into that. Like I've mentioned earlier, the Heat need to get another winning streak going to go ahead and alleviate that gap. So we need to get there. So guys, hit me up. Let me know what you think. I want to thank you guys for your support. Again, hit that like button. Hit that comment button. Let me know what you think. Even if it's, you know, if it's positive comments, or even if it's some of those with those negative comments, like old school Heat fans telling me I don't know what I'm talking about with all-star levels. Okay, buddy. I know what I'm talking about. I've been a fan for a long time. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo definitely should be all-stars, and I'm sticking to my heart with that. Guys, hit that notification bell, subscribe, show this love, and thank you again for all your support. And until next time, it is your boy Ernest, the #1 Miami Heat fan out, and that's enough said.